Dota is one of the most overwhelming and complicated games ever made. And for new and experienced players alike, there is no foundation or fundamentals to work off of. So, when we get in game, we spend 45 minutes guessing, arguing, wondering if we're all doing the right thing. But what if it didn't have to be this way? In this video and the rest of this series, you are going to learn exactly how Dota 2 works from the ground up. This will empower you to understand why you're doing what you're doing and how to approach the game strategically. I am creating all of this alongside Erfan Dot. Between the two of us, we have 2 decades of Dota coaching experience. We know what it is that you're missing and how to sow order into this chaos. In order to do this, we must start from the very beginning. Every game of Dota 2 is played on the exact same map, with the exact same rules. There are 2 teams, Radiant versus Dire, each with their respective fortresses. And at the core of both of these fortresses, each team has their own ancient. And as the name of the game states, it is each team's job to defend their ancient. As we load into a game of Dota 2, you will see that this is the Radiant Ancient, and this is the Dire Ancient, each with 4,500 hit points. But before you can even lay a finger on the enemy team's ancient, you must first destroy a bunch of towers. These towers that are defending the ancient have 2,600 HP each. You must then go through all or at least one of 3 lanes of towers. In each of these 3 lanes, the last tower has 2,500 hit points. The tower outside of it also has 2,500 hit points. And the first tower has 1,800 hit points. Each of these towers also has damage, attack speed, and armor that scales up the further you go into the base. If we look at these numbers are much higher than what you will load into the game with as any hero in the game of Dota 2. As you see, I have about 470 hit points, 55 damage, 123 attack speed, and 3 armor. That is meager, even in comparison to just the tier 1 tower that is our first foe that we must conquer. As you can see, at the beginning of the game, this isn't much of a fair fight between us and the enemy structures. So, the game of Dota 2 tells us that we are not allowed to hit these towers at the beginning of the game. So what do we do about this? The first thing we must understand is that the tower's numbers never go up. They remain constant throughout the entire course of the game. But for us, on the other hand, we will gain experience, we will gain gold to purchase items, and these will increase our stats gradually over the course of the game. And how do we do this, you might ask? The Dota 2 map itself supplies us with all the answers we will ever need to gain the experience and gold to eventually topple these structures. So, in effect, the game of Dota 2 becomes a rat race between 2 teams of 5 players for who can gain gold and experience the fastest. When you are trying to understand Dota 2, there are 2 things on your screen that will be your absolute best friends. Number 1 is the minimap in the bottom left-hand corner. And number 2 is the timer. Everything in the game of Dota 2 operates on a strict timer. The first, most fundamental resource that you will have access to gain gold and experience every game is a creep wave of 4 that spawns in each respective lane for both teams. These creeps will proceed to walk down the lane and try to murder each other. You gain experience simply by being near the creeps, the enemy creeps, when they die. However, in order to get gold, you must deliver the finishing blow on that creep. So every game we start farming one of the 3 respective lanes. But there are many more ways to gain gold and experience in the game of Dota 2 than just lane creeps. Starting at the 1-minute mark every single game, these little triangles are going to appear on your minimap. Now, what are these triangles exactly? These triangles represent neutral creeps that can be killed by either team at any time. However, if you try to fight up against them when you're only level 1, you will not stand much of a chance, as we look at our numbers and we look at their numbers. So what that means is that we must spend some amount of time killing lane creeps before we're strong enough to deal with these neutral creeps. The reason why we farm lane creeps first is because we have our own lane creeps that are helping us kill them because we alone are not strong enough just yet. Eventually, we will have enough levels and items where we will be strong enough to take down these neutral creeps without any help, further giving us more experience and gold to access from the map. If you do kill these neutral creeps, every minute they will respawn in the same location as they were before, and you can kill them again. In this way, Dota supplies us with 3 lanes of 2 waves of creeps each minute, and an abundance of neutral camps that will respawn every minute. The winning team in Dota is almost entirely decided upon which team can get more gold and experience every minute, utilizing these resources. This is a foundational aspect of Dota that experienced players often forget and neglect, and newer players, it is absolutely essential that you understand. There is a lot of noise in the game of Dota 2. There is a lot of information on your screen. There are heroes to kill, buttons to press, items to buy. But the most important thing you understand is that how much golden experience you get per minute from these lane creeps and these neutral creeps will dictate whether or not you win more than 50% of your games. So, with all of this information on your screen, the 2 most important things to keep track of are the timer and the minimap. The timer tells you when the resources will become available again to claim golden XP, and the minimap will tell you which resources are there. These little red dots are enemy creeps for you to kill. These little triangles on the map are neutral camps that have not been cleared by anyone else in the game just yet. So, by killing these jungle camps, as well as lane creeps, you will eventually get enough gold for items and experience for levels where you are now ready to take down some towers. Every decision you make in the game is accruing strength through killing neutral camps as well as lane creeps. And as long as you are operating off of this timer and this minimap, you are on the right track. Hopefully, you guys are still with me thus far. Dota is a game that operates on a refreshing, consistent cycle of a 1-minute timer throughout the course of the entire game. But there are more tools for us to build our strength over the course of the game than just what Dota provides every minute. These tools are also on their own timers throughout the course of the game. Our first example is that every 2 minutes on the minute, a power rune will spawn in one of 2 locations. It did not spawn here, so that means it spawned down here. There are several different types of runes, each providing a short duration buff that is really powerful at every stage of the game. Every 3 minutes, at these 2 lotus pools, here and here, a healing lotus will spawn that provides you with health and mana. It is a one-time usable consumable that gives you a quick burst of health and mana. Every 4 minutes, there is a bounty rune that spawns in 2 different locations on the map, and when picked up, it provides a small gold boost to everybody on that person's team. Every 5 minutes, your creep wave will spawn with a catapult, a unit that helps take down buildings as it does bonus damage to buildings because it is called a siege creep. This timing can be very powerful for helping you kill any of the enemy buildings in any respective lane. Every 7 minutes, 2 wisdom shrines will spawn at these 2 locations, and when captured, will provide a huge injection of experience to the player that captured it, as well as his teammate with the lowest level. At 20 minutes into the game, a powerful foe called the Tormentor will spawn. For the team that kills it, it will provide gold for everybody and a powerful item for 1 player on the team. Be careful. The Tormentor reflects damage from 1 individual hero and will kill you if you try to take it on by yourself. The Tormentor is a team objective that must be coordinated between you and some of your teammates in order to take him down. And don't forget, the most powerful, iconic beast in all of Dota 2 history, Roshan. He's there from the beginning of the game, but often can't be killed until much later. This is his starting location on the map, and after 15 minutes, he will swap which side he is on between this pit and this pit every 5 minutes. If you're not sure where he's at any given time, you can always look at your minimap, as it will have this red icon for Roshan. When slain, Roshan provides the Aegis of the Mortal, which is a 5-minute long buff for 1 hero on the team that kills it to respawn where they died 1 time. This extra life provided by Roshan is almost always necessary for you to ever end the game. So before you go for the tier 3 towers and beyond, make sure to kill Roshan first. So what is it that we learned in this video? We first learned how the structures in Dota 2 work and how they compare to the strength of our hero as time goes on. But even though we're not strong enough level 1 to kill these buildings, the map provides us with all the answers. We learned that lane creeps and neutral creeps are the primary source of golden experience for us to gain strength, and these operate on a strict 1-minute timer. We also learned about bigger picture objectives that exist on the map on longer timers. We have power runes every 2 minutes, lotus pools every 3 minutes, bounty runes every 4 minutes, siege creeps to help kill buildings every 5 minutes, wisdom shrines to give us experience every 7 minutes. The tormentor spawns at 20 minutes. And don't forget about Roshan. There are so many things to consider in the game of Dota 2. As we progress through the rest of this series, we are going to be showing you more and more about exactly how the game of Dota 2 works. And this video's goal was to provide you with a foundation of understanding the timer as well as the minimap and how they function in the game of Dota 2. Stay tuned as we break down the feast that we know as Dota 2 into bite-sized digestible pieces.